if we go all the way back in Bergelson's life and we begin where he began, that is to say, with this philosophic pessimism, then I think there comes a point where you can't go any further with that. And I think that it's odd, but I think that he backs himself into a corner. Bergelson tries to come to the United States. It doesn't work for him. He lives in Berlin for a while. It doesn't work for him. He sees the failure of the possibility of Yiddish literature, and by that time he is a Yiddish writer. That's all he can be. That's who he is. He sees that the possibilities for Yiddish literature really don't exist elsewhere. I think he quite candidly writes that the only place where a Yiddish writer can be championed, can be lionized, can make a good living, and it's not just financially, but can actually be sustained by the surrounding culture, is in the Soviet Union. Why? Because the Soviet Union is trying to make use of the Yiddish writer in the same way that the Yiddish writer is trying to make use of the Soviet Union. In other words, the Yiddish writer says, hey, here for the first time is a state which is going to pay me to produce. But the state says, those writers who are writing and being paid by us are going to do the work of the state, which is to be the promoters of communism, that we understand as the West does not understand. We understand the real value of writing, of literature. Literature is very important. We have to harness the intelligentsia. We have to harness the artists among us. We have to harness the literary people. They have to do the work for us, the work which, if we call it propaganda, is really not likely to be very effective because people can resist propaganda, but nobody can resist great writing. And so we will sustain the writers, but we will sustain them only as long as they do our bidding.